Hi everybody, Lori here from Unique in the Creek. What are you getting out of the thing? Say hi, Cree.
Hey.
That's my, see, I do have 3 kids. That's my oldest. That's Kristen. So, I did say I was going to make another black beauty, like this one. But I don't have enough boa. I thought I bought more of the black and gold boa, but I didn't. So, I am going to be working on a unicorn. Because I'm making a bunch of wreaths to bring to convention. So I figured I better start on it now before the craziness really begins. So I'm wanting to bring some horses and some trees and some angels and some unicorns. So everybody can see what our boards do, and I'll probably sell them. I don't want to bring them back home. So I am going to just do what I always do. I'm going to kick back in my recliner here, and I'll bring you guys down a little bit so you can see my hands. So I'm using the Unique in the Creek board. Now the material I am using, it's really, you can see how thick it is. Hi everybody, happy Saturday to you too. It is felt, okay, and it's pretty thick and it's fuzzy. I bought it from, where's that bag, Cree? Pass me that bag. I bought it from Hobby Lobby, and they had like a 60% off sale. So I bought black, white, caramel, brown, and it's called a solid plush felt fabric. Okay, and that's the skew. It's backwards, but now I bought 4 yards of the white and 2 yards of black. Now, I cut all my black already, so 2 yards. So I've already made 1 horse with the 2 yards. And this is how much I still have left. So I have enough for probably another 2 horses. So 2 yards of this felt fabric will make 3 horses. So I bought 4 yards of the white plush felt. So I'll probably have enough for 7 or 8 unicorns. So I also bought brown and caramel. So just if you're gonna try and do horses like this, yeah, it was Hobby Lobby. Look for the sales, and when it goes on sale, and it frequently does the material at Hobby Lobby, and it's in the material section, so it's not in the craft section. And I did buy it online. Make sure you use your code or your coupons or whatever. Like I said, this was on sale for like 60% off, so I grabbed a bunch of it while it was on sale. So what I've done, it came in, now this has got feathers and everything all over it. So I have a ton of white. Like I said, I ordered 4 yards. So I have a lot of unicorns I can make with this. And it was really, really inexpensive. I don't know quite what it was with the 60% off, but I know it was really cheap. So what I did is I cut 6 by 6 squares. Okay. And they don't have to be perfect, because once you put it into your horse frame, you won't be able to tell. It's going, Carla. It's, I'm still juicing. I just finished this green concoction. It's actually really good. I'm really enjoying it. So it's just pure juice, fresh juice. So you can't go wrong with that. Okay, so I'm making a unicorn. Sorry, I said I was going to be making the black horse, but the black horse is going to be made exactly like the unicorn. I didn't have enough black boa. I thought I bought 4 black boas, but I guess I only bought 3, so I only had 1 left. It only took 2. So I bought these black boas, and they had like a gold in it, tinsel, in the Halloween section at Dollar Tree. And I used 2 or 3. I think I used 3, and I bought 5, and I needed 6. So I need to get 1 more. But anyways, it's feather boa in the Halloween section. This one is black with gold tinsel. Okay? And then this chain thing I made, it's just a faux chain. It's actually like a rope. And I just stuck this red thing here because I want to actually put a nice red poinsettia right there, but I just wanted to see how the red would look, so I just stuck that there for now, just to see if but I love how the gold and the black, it's very elegant. And then once I put a fancy poinsettia there, oh my goodness. So this is Black Beauty. So Black Beauty is made the same as I'm going to do this unicorn. So on my frame, because my fabric is so thick, you don't have to use every set of holes. So what I've done the first row already. I used every other, except for these two, because I wanted to make sure that the sides are well covered. But I only used every other hole. So the bottom row I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces on the bottom row. So I skipped. And then I've pre-done all my zip ties into the whole board. So all I have to do is fold my petals, or whatever you want to call them, fur, and stick them in. Okay, that's basically what I'm going to do right now. So I thought you guys can watch me. I have my little glass thing beside me. So I pre-do all the zip ties. Now, the head of the horse, I did all the zip ties. And I'll show you why. Because down here we're using 6x6 pieces. Up here we're going to be using 3x6 pieces. And I'll show you in a sec what I mean. So I'm going to turn the camera down. And you guys, I'll just chit-chat. And like I said, it's not like a true live with Dave and Lori. Dave's out in the workshop. But I thought, you know what, if I'm making this, I might as well show you guys. Again, I've done it before, so I'm going to show you guys again. So again, I used 6x6 pieces. Okay, just the thick felt. I'll give you guys the SKU number from Hobby Lobby, but you can buy it at Joann's Fabric, wherever it's going to be on sale. And it's kind of thick. So that's why I only need to use every other, because it is so thick. Now, I'm turning my phone down, so I probably won't see your comments, and I'm just going to kind of wreath away here. I'll show you the first few ones I'm doing. It's very basic. So and you'll see me kick back in a few minutes in my recliner, because that's how I do it. So you take your 6x6 square, and you're just going to scrunch it from corner to corner. And usually I have my Netflix on, but I figured I'd show you guys and not put Netflix on. So I'm still have the middle in there, sticking it between the zip tie here. And I'm just pulling the bottom and zipping it in. Now you'll see there's single holes going up here. That's for the main, so you don't have to worry about those holes until the end. Now I am using feather boas on this unicorn. I got pink, I got teal, I got light purple, I got dark purple, and I got white. So you only need I only need a little piece of each color to make the mane of the unicorn. And I'm using, for the harness and everything, I'm using just Flex Deco tubing, the silver stuff, because I'm making this majestical. And then I found these at Dollar Tree, and they're perfect. I am going to deconstruct this headband. I'm going to use the horn. So it's a perfect horn, and it's only $1, right? And I'm going to use one of the ears. I'm going to make my own ear, but then I'm going to glue this ear on top of my ear, so it'll match the horn. So if you are thinking of making unicorns, go grab these from the Dollar Tree. Now, when you do grab them, just check the colors, because you can see I bought 2, and this one had more yellow in it, and this one has more pink. So it depends on what colors you're going to be using, maybe what unicorn. So if you're going to use more purples and pinks, you would probably want to look for a unicorn horn that has more purples and pinks in it. Okay, and that's it. So I'm using felt, the Unique Creek horse board, zip ties, and I'm using every other zip tie. I guess I should have counted them. And feather boas, and these are all from Dollar Tree. So you can do this unicorn fairly inexpensively. I'll have to look how much I paid for this felt, but I know it was, like I said, it was 60% off, and I think it was $4.99 a yard regular. So as you can see, I did it really cheap. Hi, everybody. Okay, I'm going to kick back. Wait, actually, I'll do one more petal for you guys, or I don't even know what you could call it, hair, horse. So I'm just putting my 6x6 piece Coat? Yes, the coat. Putting my 6x6 piece in a diamond, going from corner to corner. And I always just have this little glass cutting board because it's small, but it's got a smooth surface. So when I'm sitting back, I can scrunch it. When I can't, usually I use my board, but I already pre-done all the zip ties. And I just zip it in before I do it really tight. I make sure it's sitting properly. Now you'll see all the fuzz sticking to my white here because I have feathers. This is not for the faint of heart that doesn't like a mess. Because I'm telling you, working with the feathers, you will have a mess. So I came down to my dungeon this morning looking at all the black feathers everywhere. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to continue, before cleaning any of this, I'm just going to continue making my horses and my unicorns and then clean. Because there's no sense cleaning and then cutting more boas, and I'm just going to have feathers everywhere anyways. So what are you up to today, my Cree?
Shopping.
Shopping? Where are you going shopping?
Grocery shopping.
Oh, that's not fun.
No, it's boring.
What you going to buy?
I don't know, food.
Actually, can you run upstairs when you do go upstairs? Can you grab me juice number 2? I've only had like number 1 today, and I have to have 5 of them. Oh, I didn't mean right now, but are you leaving soon?
Yeah, I'm going to leave soon.
Okay. So as you can see, even with every other hole, or every other set of holes, this fabric's so thick that it covers nicely. I really like this stuff. Now, I don't know if I'd put it on a front door, per se, because if it got wet, it would get soggy, I guess. But you can use deco mesh in the exact same way. So if you want to use 6x6 deco mesh, go right ahead. But you will need to use every single hole, just to get the coverage. With this stuff, it's so thick, I don't need to use every hole. I will use every hole up at the top of the head. The head is done a little bit differently than I'm doing here. So I'm just kind of making sure before I tighten it that the points are down, so it actually looks like fur when they're laid over top of each other. I must say, the horse is one of my favorite frames to do. Just the way it progresses and actually looks like a really nice horse. I've seen some of them kind of look like a seahorse, and not that I'm judging, but it is what it is.
Number 2, even though it says 8 on it.
It doesn't matter. This is, you can see the sediment in the bottom is so good though, and it's all fresh, delivered to me.
Expensive.
It is very expensive, but you know what? It's giving me a little bit more energy because I haven't been eating properly lately. So, even, and like, you know, Mitchell and Dave, they're eating pizza all the time, and I don't eat pizza. So I figured if they can spend money on pizza, I can spend money on juice. Plus, I got to look spot on for the convention, Cree. Yeah. Dave lost 30 pounds. I don't know how. Probably sweating in the workshop, but now I look like I need to lose at least 20 or 40. Yes, the feathers are everywhere. So if you're going to make stuff, like if you're going to make a bunch of horses, make them all together so the feathers are everywhere, and then once you're done, you can vacuum up all the feathers because you'll be picking up feathers for a long time. So I just kind of, like I said, I'm doing a bunch of horses and unicorns for the convention, and I'm waiting for plastic, so I figured, you know, I'm going to take advantage of this downtime right now to get stuff I want done for the convention, because I don't normally sell wreaths, but I am going to sell wreaths at the convention. So if you're going to the convention, this will be your chance to get a unique in the creek wreath made by me, because I don't really sell them anymore. So maybe I'll sign it and it'll be worth money.
Yeah, sure.
You never know, Cree.
Sure.
Martha Stewart might have said that.
Sure.
And laughed. And look at her now. Well, besides going to jail.
That's where you're heading. No, you're heading for the loony bin.
You know, the loony bin, yeah. My accountant keeps me straight, but I am losing my mind. What drink are you using? I am doing this juice cleanse. Now, I don't eat very well to begin with because I'm really busy and I always forget to eat. So I've been really lacking nutrients and stuff. So it's called Farmer Jack's, and it's local here in Ontario. They actually freshly make the juices and drop them off to your house every 4 days. So it's meant to be like a cleanse, so you do it maybe once a month or whatever. But I like the juices so much and the nutrients in it. So I'm not really doing it as a diet. I'm doing it as more of a supplement and eating healthier. So like stuff that I normally eat, like salmon and tuna. You know, the stuff that's good for you. Not like my partner who wants pizza and chocolate cake all the time.
And yet he's still losing weight.
You know why? Because he probably will stop losing weight because it's not so hot out anymore because he's out in the workshop all the time.
That and he's not driving. He doesn't buy stuff.
Yeah, he doesn't buy crap anymore that he's not driving. Okay, so this is the back so far. Now I put my zip ties in the bottom holes for each one. And the reason I make sure I always put the bottom holes is so the zip ties are all going to be facing down and the right way. So when you finish up your back and you cut the tails of your zip ties, the heads of your zip ties are in the holes and it leaves a nice neat back. So if you just have wire cutters, it's much easier than trying to snip them with scissors and dulling your scissors. So as you can see, this is pretty easy. Now I have done a tutorial on the unicorn already, but I figured I'm crafting today anyways, so I might as well just do it again and show you guys because I am using the thicker fabric and it's a different fabric than I was using. I did use a felt on the last unicorn too, but it was a lot thinner, so I had to use every hole. So if I figured if I bought a little bit thicker, it's less zip ties and it's less work. Okay, so I've showed you guys how to do the petal, so I'm just going to kind of kick back and do my crafting like I always do, which is feet up. I won't put Netflix on. Cheers. This is orange, carrot, ginger, turmeric,
no, it's
grapefruit.
There's no turmeric in that one.
How do you know?
Because I read your list.
It's delicious though. Like I've never thought I would love fresh juices. Now you can only do this if you really like vegetables and fruits, because the last one, number 5 of the juices, is beet juice, and I love beets because, well, I'm part Hungarian, so my grandma used to make borscht all the time.
I like beets too.
So I loved borscht. You like beets too?
I like beets too.
I love pickled beets, anything. So it's very beety tasty. Is that even a word?
Yeah, sure.
I will show you the new rose. I'm making it. You guys want to see the new frame? All right. This is the flower frame. Now, it's not going to be this color. This is just our prototype that they did. But as you can see, the hanging holes are chamfered in, so there's no stamp anymore. Each row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when you're teaching, you can say, okay, we're using row 1. So that's the outside holes. And the holes are turned, so there's no double zip tying anymore. So it's really cool, and it's exact same, and you can't break it, and it's weather resistant. It's pretty awesome. And then on the back, you don't see these teaching tools on the front, so just you will see them. So your customer will only see the back, and this has the Unique in the Creek faintly logo in there, our website, and Made in Canada. It does have the tariff thing on there, but it's not a big deal. And you can actually put your sticker, if you made stickers, put it right there or something to show what business you are. Duh. So when you do make something and for somebody and they want one, your customer will be able to tell them where to go to find one or to find you. Okay, so thank God they're getting the character one. So they're sending the flower and the character together, even though it's going to be another 2 weeks, because even though it was their fault, the shipping is just atrocious. It is, how much did it cost us to ship them? The mold is actually being made in China. Okay, they're going to be the same price. The mold is made in China, but the boards will be made in Canada proudly. We couldn't get the molds made. We just, you know, being a business owner, I can see there's struggles, okay? Okay, I wanted it to be made in Canada or even the United States, okay? And we looked everywhere. The molds to have it made in Canada and the U.S. were quadruple the price. Now, each mold is $20,000 U.S., okay? So we're not talking chump change, people. We're talking a lot of money per mold, and we got 2 made. So, and then the air to ship it is $4,000 US just to ship it. So when you guys complain about shipping, just remember we paid $4,000 US. Now I keep saying US because in Canada, when you put the exchange on it, $4,000 is almost like $6,000 Canadian, because our exchange is awful. So as you can see, that is why we went with China to get our molds. Now, there's a plastic company we're working with, a factory here in Canada, that will be actually plastic infusing the molds. So that's how they'll be made. And they're going to be made with 100% recycled plastic, which is really exciting to me, because reuse, recycle.
No. Reduce,
reuse, recycle. Yes, I will have them in time for the Crafters Convention. They told me within 2 weeks. So the mistake wasn't too bad, that they just had to change the holes on the plate, which is wonderful. So they didn't have to remake the whole entire mold, which was my worst fear, thinking, oh my gosh, we ordered these in like June. And that's how long we've been waiting. So, yes, they promised they should be here beginning of October. Which is good because, oh my gosh, I want to, I have all, oh my god, I posted on my Facebook page all kinds of new faces that we're going to be offering Mod Podge right on the frame. So you guys won't have to go and get them printed. So I have all these faces printed. I paid somebody to cut them all out, because I thought this weekend, that's what I would be doing, would be Mod Podging hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of faces onto boards. And as you can see, I am making a unicorn now. So I thought I'll make all my stuff that doesn't have to do with the tree board and the flower board while I'm waiting. So I am using, it's a felt, fuzzy felt. It's quite thick. To make the unicorn. I bought it from Hobby Lobby online. It's just called White Solid Plush Felt, and its SKU is 644591. And I bought it. It was on sale at a really, really good price. So if you're planning on making these, wait for a good sale and then buy a bunch of it. So I bought black, I bought white, I bought caramel color, and I bought brown of this, because I plan on making a few horses, as you can tell. So while I'm waiting for the frames, the horse frame is not going to be plastic, and the tree frame won't be plastic until the spring. Sorry, guys. But, of course, we'll still be making them. But with only having to make horse and trees, Dave and the other manufacturer will be able to keep up really easy, because the plastic factory will be making the other stuff. So we will have an abundance of horse and trees on hand all the time. Bye, Cree.
Bye.
Have fun. Don't buy junk food.
I'm buying junk food.
No buy junk food.
I'm buying junk food.
Okay, I'm almost done the bottom. So that's pretty easy. That's all there is to the thing. Just layers of these like petal things. I'm definitely going to have to use a lint brush. It's got feathers stuck everywhere. And it's so soft. Like if you're making these for a little girl's room, these are just way too cute. No, it doesn't come cut already. I can show you guys how I cut it. It was really easy. Just give me 1 second and let me finish this row. And I'll show you exactly how I did it. I did it yesterday. I cut all kinds of black. So I cut all the black. I prepped all. And I didn't cut all the white. I just cut enough to do this unicorn. Because yesterday I was doing it in the dark. We had no power pretty much till I think around 8 o'clock last night. And we didn't have hardly any, we didn't have any internet almost all day. So it was so windy. And did you guys, anybody from Canada that near, Ottawa, with the tornado that ripped through there, through Gatineau? Oh my gosh. Talk about, I shouldn't say that because North Carolina is just like in complete disarray, but Gatineau, Quebec just pretty much got destroyed too by a tornado, which we don't get a ton of. Okay, so I'm done the body part. That's it for the body. So again, I just used every other hole, and I'm going to pull them down now. Now you just want to pull your zip tie once it hits the board, and then pull it tight so it pops in the hole. If you do it tight before you put it in the hole, oh, I missed one. And you can see when you miss one. If you do it tight when you put it in the hole, it's going to be really hard to bring the head of the zip tie down. And I missed one here, which is another nice thing. Couldn't tell, but I could on the back. So, and these I'm going to be selling, so I want to make sure that they're perfect. Well, there's no perfect in crafting, but pretty close. And I'll show you guys in 1 second how I cut my thing. There's no trick I did to it or anything. Okay, so our bottom is done. I'm going to do the top, the head a little different. Now, it came in a big bolt like this, and this is 4 yards because I'm going to be making quite a few unicorns to bring, and of course there's feather all over it. So it came in a bolt like this, so I just kind of put the end of the bolt down on the floor. And just make sure it's lined up on the edge here. So it's folded. And I wanted 6 inch by 6 inch. So all I did was I took a ruler, put the ruler, grabbed there where it's 6 inch, there, and just folded it, just like that. And then I just double measured again. That one's a little bit higher. So it's 6. And it doesn't have to be dead on. And where's my electric scissors? Oh, I think I have them charging. Oh no, here they are. Now I'm going to use my electric, no, maybe I'll use scissors. I'm going to just use normal scissors. Usually I use electric scissors. So I'm going to just cut down the edge here. But these are dying. I forgot to charge them. So I'm just going to use my normal scissors. I'm just going to cut along the edge. And of course I didn't use, these are getting dull. I never buy good scissors because I don't take care of them. Alright, so there's my 6 inch piece that's long. And now I'm just going to take my ruler again, go across to 6-inch, fold it here. It's a bit too big. Okay, and then I'm going to fold it again. Now I'm folding it so the edge that is not cut is at this end, because when I snipped all these off, this end piece actually makes another 6-inch piece. So I'll just cut along this edge here again. And then flip it around, and you're going to cut it. I always have my little lap cutting thing. So I'm cutting along the edge again. So that's why I pre-prepped my pieces yesterday, so all the black. So I sat and watched a movie prepping a bunch of felt. So this is the folded piece, and then when you open it up, it's 6 inches as well. So I got a bunch of, how many did I cut there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I cut 7 pieces just like that. And how many pieces did I need for the bottom? For this thick stuff, you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 I used for the bottom. Okay, 28 6-inch pieces for the bottom, because I used every other hole. Now I'm going to cut my tail so that's all done. And then I'm going to show you how to do the top. The top is a little different. So I think, I was calculating it, I believe even with, if I paid for the horse form, so if I paid the $12.50 for the horse form, I did that black horse for less than $20. And I could sell it. I'm sure I could probably get $75 easy for it. So it's all about the profit. You want to use as less supplies, making less look like more. That's what the key is, to make some money. Yes, it is a thicker felt, Karen. So I only had to use, you can see how thick it is. It is fuzzy. Sorry, I forgot to turn my do not disturb on. It is a thicker felt, but you use less of it. Like I said, you only have to do every other, and it really makes a really nice coat of the horse. And it's cheap. Well, it's cheap if you make sure you get it on sale. Okay? So now I'm going to do the top. So I'm going to start with the nose area. Now, you're going to take your 6-inch piece for the face or the head, whatever. You're going to fold it in half, and you're going to make a 3-inch, 2 3-inch pieces. So now you have a 3-inch by 6-inch piece. You're going to scrunch the end, and you make, so I have this scrunched at the end here, and you are going to just stick this scrunched part into your zip tie. Pull your zip tie down, make sure it's in there good, and just pull it tight. Okay, once it hits the board, pull it down so it pops into the hole. Okay, and then I'm going to take my other 3-inch piece, do the same thing, and that is all you're going to do for the whole horse head. So you're going to make sure that your fan part are all facing this direction. And as you start laying them on, they all overlap each other. Now there's 2 holes, extra holes right here. They're for a mane, if you want to put like a little bang for the horse. And these 2 holes here, I used for hanging. So I put a piece of rope in here, not rope, twine or whatever it is. But one of these holes is going to be a shared hole, and it's this one that I'm going to use a boa on for the mane as well. Okay, so I'm just going to cut a bunch of these into their 3-inch pieces. And that's pretty much it, guys. And then I can show you how to put the bow in. and then we'll make the bridle. For the black horse, I used this chain rope. I really like it. I have a bunch of different colors, but it looks like it's a chain. It's really pretty. I got it from Paper Mart, and it's loose braided cord, it's called. And they have all kinds. So I got gold, and then I braided so it would make it thicker, like a thicker chain. I braided 3 pieces. So I'll show you. So if you can see the halter thing, I just braided the gold, and same with here, so just so it would look thicker and you could actually see it. So I'm going to put a poinsettia there. I just wanted to see what the red would look like. And that's the chain. I don't think I bought silver. I really wish I did, because I would have liked to do this, the unicorn with silver. I do have this really gorgeous ribbon I'm thinking of maybe making for the bridle and stuff. It's got like Swarovski crystal in it, so that's why it's so sparkly. Or I might just braid the silver deco tubing. It looks just as fantastic. So I know the cording is beautiful. I also got like a tan color, more of a burlap color, and it's got like silver flecks in it and everything. It's hard to see on the camera, but and I think I got a black one too. I don't know. I'm always looking for different things. Anyways, I'm going to finish cutting these. So I'm taking my 6-inch piece and I'm just making them 3 inches. Alright. So my back's starting to hurt, so I'm just going to kick back, but you guys can see still. Let's put my feet on the table, because this is how I normally wreath. So I got my horse head, I got my little tabletop thing. I don't have my Housewives of New York City or anything on, or Orange County, but you guys will do. And you just layer. So you're just scrunching up a 3-inch piece at the end and sticking it in the zip tie. So you pretty much don't have to think, because if there's a zip tie that's empty, you missed a piece. My dog is out there barking away. Who knows at what? Probably the wind. This has been some crazy weather. How about lights very small? You would have to put the lights over top somehow of the felt, MJ, because this is quite thick and the lights probably wouldn't show through the felt. So if you wanted to, say, stick your felt in, or burlap, or whatever you're using, and leave it loose and then wire some light in there, you might be able to. If you were using deco mesh, I'd done my deco mesh horse, you could probably put lights in that, because you'll be able to, it's more, you can see through the deco mesh more than the felt. This felt is thick. So as you can see, this is it's really easy to do. It looks so difficult. Like if you were to look at it, you would think, oh my gosh, how did she make that? But this is my secret. Very easy. So if you do yourself a favor and prep everything beforehand, like I said, you'll do this. You can make a unicorn or a horse. You could probably make 2 of them in the time of a movie. And you can sell them really well, because there's not too many out there selling horses that look like this. Because when it's finished, it really does look like a horse. Told you it would be boring. We need Dave in here entertaining us. He was quite upset that I didn't invite him to this live. It's like, honey, it's not really a live. I'm just crafting, and I'm going to go live on how I craft it. Morning, Sandra. We're making a unicorn. Just crafting on a Saturday afternoon. I should be out closing my trailer that I didn't use all year, but Dave's busy in the workshop, and honestly, I didn't feel like getting dressed. I'm in still my jammies, well, as you can see. Doris. Yes, Doris, or you just wanted to say my name? Wish I could have music on. I can't even have music on a Facebook Live. They'll shut you down. So I'm quietly crafting in my dungeon. I'll show you guys how to do the ear. The ear is done a little bit differently. And the dungeon, wow, what a mess. I have a feeling the dungeon won't be clean till after convention. Because now I'm just scrambling to get things done. Not that I have to make any wreaths to sell, but I thought it would be nice. Plus I have a couple I want to give as the, I think they're doing a silent auction or something. Hi, MJ. Oh, I need power juice. Now, I don't put eyes or anything on my horses. I like the simple look. I think sometimes the eye, if you don't place it in the right exact spot a horse eye should be, it can throw off the whole wreath. So I don't even bother adding eyes or anything. I decorate, I'll decorate the bridle and, you know, stuff like that. So he doesn't really need a face. Has anybody on that's watching, has anybody made a horse yet using the Unique in the Creek frame? Or even the other frame? Now I have to admit, I've never used the wire horse frame ever in all my years of wreathing, because it just, to me, looked way too complicated. And I really don't like complicated. Like, if I can't make a wreath in less than 2 hours, then I won't make it. I have a very short attention span. Not like my mother, who will work on a cross-stitch picture for 6 months or a year. If I do something, I have to do it that I can get at least done that day. I'm one of those people, if I leave a project, I will... What's not easy? Oh, yeah, the other frame. I've never used it. It looks very complicated. And I think it kind of looks like a seahorse. I don't know. That's what it's to me. Probably not to everybody else, but... That would be a cool suit. I love my plaid pants. These are thin, too, though. They're not even flannel. These are my favorite pajama pants. And, of course, my Mickey Mouse shirt. Everything's got to be Mickey Mouse. And if Dave would get his button gear and make the small frames, so we are making small frames, so you can make a smaller flower. I know, like, the retirement homes and everything. Yeah, the first thing I'm making when he does make the smaller frame is Mickey Mouse. That would be so easy. I'm almost done this. So I would say there is a ton. Maybe half a yard. I don't know. I don't want to say, and you guys order only half a yard and you don't get enough out, but I have a lot of white, and like I said, I ordered 4 yards. I'm sure I have enough to do like 7 or 8 unicorns here. Because you really don't use too much of this. And you don't have to use felt. You can use anything. I've used burlap. I've used a blanket. I found a really nice blanket. And I cut the blanket up, and it was really cheap. And it actually looked like horse hair, fur, no, hair, I guess it is. I don't know, I'm not really a horse person. Oh, this is so pretty. So what's everybody else doing today? I am using a thick felt, Anne-Marie. I will post the SKU. I bought it at Hobby Lobby online when there was a big good sale, and apparently this stuff goes on sale all the time. So don't buy it full price. Just wait, keep looking for the sales, or even Joann's fabric. It's quite a thick felt, so the bottom part I only had to do every other hole. Now if you don't get the thick felt and you get the thin felt, you do it exactly the same. You just have to do every hole. You can use, oh, they had a really nice, what's that, minky? That minky fabric? Oh my gosh, that would look so pretty. Use burlap and mesh on the wireframe. Yeah, I've seen that done a few times. It's just too much work for me. I'm almost done this. And I've only been filming for what? Half an hour? Yes, I like to minimize the amount of work I have to do. And that is all, I'm like that because being a DIY teacher, you have to find things to make things fast and easy. Because you don't know, when you're teaching, you don't know what skill set people have when they come into your workshop. So you want to make sure that anybody can make one, especially if you're doing it at a workshop. Okay, I am done. Now I'm going to pull all these down. Actually, maybe I'll do one more here. I think I was supposed to do it here. So you come up through the bottom. I always go through the bottom hole, go down through the other hole that's by it. And I'm going to use one more piece. The main is going there, but it's a bit of a, I think I was supposed to put a piece here. Anyways. You don't see much of the edge here once you put the main on. Oop. Now you can use burlap. I've done burlap main. I've done one with wool. So if you're interested in doing horses, there's a few tutorials I've done already. I have done a unicorn with the boa already, and it's my favorite. I love using the boa. If you've seen my video, you can see how the boa blows nicely in the wind and stuff. It's so pretty. And it's cheap. Easy. Watch how fast I make the mane. Alright, and I can see that I didn't miss any. I'm going to snip all these off. So don't use your good scissors doing this. It will dull it. I think you can get even cheap wire snippers even at Dollar Tree. Use those rather than your good scissors. Harbor Freight has what? I missed the thing. And these zip ties I always use, it doesn't matter what length you get, but they have to be 18 pounds. So the heads of the zip ties will fit into the hole. Now, I'm not saying you can't use other ones. I'm just saying that if you want a nice, neat back, you want all your heads facing the same way, especially if you're selling your wreaths, and you want them to fit in the hole so it's not going to scratch the door or anything. Now, I've never put felt or anything on my back. As long as the heads are in the hole, the edges of the zip tie will be facing down and it won't scratch any door. Alright, there's the back. So nice and neat. And my front. Now comes the mess. Oh no, I have to make an ear. Okay, so I'm going to take a 6x6 piece. Are you kidding me? a drop. Okay, I have to make a 6-inch piece. I need to go charge my electric scissors. This manual scissor cutting is for the birds. Okay, so to make the ear, you're going to put it in a diamond. You're going to put the fuzzy side facing down. You're going to bring your corner in. Bring this corner over to the middle. And then you're going to bring this corner over. Oh, I didn't put my hot glue gun on. Over to here. And then you're going to pinch the corner right there. Now, I didn't pre-do my zip tie, so I'm going to get one of my clothespins here. And now you're going to use not the side that's got the fold. We're going to turn it over and just use this side. I have to put my zip tie in. So I'm going through the bottom. Oh, this one I have to double zip tie. So the ear actually, I don't know, I'm going to have to move this. I think I'm going to talk to Dave moving this hole. You have to put a zip tie around the bottom first. Okay, so it looks like this with a zip tie, and the folded part is here. What are we talking about? Now I put my zip tie through the bottom hole of the ear here, so there's 2 holes. Then I'm going to put it through the back of the ear. So I want the folded part to go down through the zip tie, and then that zip tie goes through the opposite hole, and we're going to zip it onto the board. I'm also going to glue it too, though. Oh, of course I put it in backwards. You want to make sure when you do your zip ties that the flat side is going to be facing the tail of the other end of the zip tie to make it zip properly. Okay, I'm going to zip it on. I'm going to make sure this is tight and cut that off. My scissors suck anyway, so. And then I'm just going to lift that one up and tuck in the tail. Now I'm going to glue my hot glue gun, and I'm also going to put maybe one of the ears. I'm going to deconstruct this headband and put one of the ears maybe over top to give it some color. Yeah, that looks cute. Sure. Sure, that's what I'm going to do. All right. So, I was looking. I got my ear on. I'm going to glue it so it stays in place, but I think I'm going to deconstruct this headband because I am using the horn. And I'm going to take one of these ears, and I'm actually going to glue the ear part on top of my ear I made to give it some color. So I'm going to try to deconstruct this. And I bought this at Dollar Tree in the Halloween section. So if you want to make a bunch of unicorns for Christmas gifts or whatever, grab some now. Because you don't really see, and they're nice and big, like they're perfect size for our horse frame. Okay, so this is just glued on to a headband, so I can actually probably just pull this right off. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so I just pulled it right off the headband. I'm going to cut this part off. There we go. Look at that. Perfect. And we're going to glue that right onto the frame. Do you see? So I deconstructed the horn. And I'm going to take the ear. I want the other ear, though. The other ear had more purple. This one. Let's see if I can cut some of that. Maybe I'll just cut it off. There we go. So I'm going to put this ear, once I get my glue gun hot, I'm just going to put it right on the ear I made. Okay? And then the horn, I'll show you how to put the horn on. We're going to put the horn on at the end. But look how cute it's going to look. It's like perfect size. I'm trying to get my camera in here. But for now, we are going to do the boa. the mane. Now on the back, I don't know where my wire snippers did. Those scissors are crappy anyway, so. You'll see on the edge, there's single holes. These holes are for the mane. So you got one here. So I'm just going to pre-put some zip ties in. And make sure your zip ties go in right. So the flat side is usually facing up towards the ceiling, and then you know you can zip it. There's one. I'm going to use this shared hole right here. No, right here. For another. So you can do the main multicolors just by, well, you'll see how easy it is in a second. I should have timed myself. Well, I guess once I finish this video, it'll show me how long it took me to make this. Not including cutting the felt. Like I said, I pre-cut a bunch of felt last night. But I did the black horse literally almost in the dark. So I was sitting in the dungeon with no no internet, no power. Okay. Black feathers all over. So I used the white side of the board. I don't know if you guys noticed. I always do that with white, but with this thick stuff, it doesn't matter what side you use. Okay, so I got all my zip ties on, and I got to figure out what color I'm going to start with. So I want to use pink, purple, dark purple, maybe I'll put some white, and I got all these at the Dollar Tree, just in the kids section. The black with gold that I got for the horse, I did get in the Halloween section. Does that look okay? Or should I do, yeah, I think that looks okay. Maybe I'll do white in the middle. There. Okay. So I got a light color, dark color, white, dark color, light color. I think that'll be pretty. What do you guys think? No, he didn't get his happy mail, Jan. He's been checking and checking and checking. So I think I'm going to do it in this color, the purple turquoise. I wonder if I put the white, if it's going to look like there's a bare spot. Probably, eh? Maybe I'll just do purple, blue, pink, dark purple. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to start with the light purple. Now on the boas, at each end, there's big knotted rope. Hold on, I'm all twisted here. Yes, you can get spray at Michael's. I have some, actually. Maybe I will do that. You can get the glitter spray for fabric. That would look so cool. He would look so magical. Okay, so for my first one, all I'm doing is I cut the knot, big knot off the rope that was on the feather boa. I'm going to feed it through. Now you can measure if you want. I'm just feeding it through and just kind of pre-measuring because you want it short to longer. That looks good, so I'll measure this first one for you guys. And there's no rhyme or reason when I do this. I just stick it on and guess the length. But you guys have to see the mess in this dungeon. Good gosh. Good gosh. Oh, 12 inches. So your first 2 pieces of boa are about 12 inches. So I'm going to cut this piece. So there's my 12-inch piece. See, feathers everywhere. Shake. Oh my gosh. It looks so pretty though. So if you don't mind cleaning up feathers afterwards, like I said, do a bunch of them all at once and then clean up. That's why I figured I'm going to spend this weekend doing my horses and unicorns. Now I'm not doing them all with feathers, but I really like the feather look, especially when it's a little bit windy. Sorry. So I fed it in the middle and then zipped it. Oh, I think I inhaled feathers. I'm going to cough a bird out. Really? 6-inch, 1,000 for $7.99. Oh, that's good to know, Vanja. I have to order a whole bunch of them for convention. Where? Where, Dorothy? Oh, right here. Thank you. I think I like crafting with you guys because I'm always constantly, where the heck is this? And where the heck is this? Okay, now I'm going to do turquoise next. Oh, I've already cut I'm going to do 12 inches. Yeah, it looks like there was like bird wars down here. There is like every color feather all over the dungeon. The rabbit was hopping around earlier. He had feathers hanging off his head. Duchess had feathers coming out of her tail. Okay. Actually, I think I'm going to do one here. This bald spot. Now, I think if you buy, like, better boas, like premium boas, I'm sure the feathers don't fall off as bad as the Dollar Tree ones, but once it falls off and you shake it off, they're pretty much on there. Got to get the excess off. Okay, what color was next? Pink. So this is what it says on the Dollar Tree ones. It just says boa. I got them in the kitty section where the dress up, where the kids play dress up or whatever. But if you're gonna be making a whole bunch of unicorns, just order a case of them online, because you'll get, I think you'd probably get all 5 colors. Okay, I did this 12-inch too. Look how pretty. Okay, I'll show you guys. I've only put the 3 colors. I guess I should show you when I do them. So how magical, eh? Ah! Oh, that hurt. I gotta do the... Oh, I need purple still. Duh. Dark purple. Oh my gosh, feathers everywhere! Yeah, I have a rabbit too. Bird, rabbit, and the Charles, that's the rabbit's name. We have like some kind of royalty going on. You know, we have Lady, we have Duchess, we have Charles, and we have Bird. Charles is the CEO, and he owns the dungeon. So he's got a big, humongous playpen. But because he doesn't chew and he's litter trained, he gets the free reign of the dungeon. So he's a funny, you have to see the rabbits and the rabbit and the dog. They're hilarious, especially since my little dog is pretty much the same size as the rabbit. Alright, so I did 12-inch pieces of each of the color. Now I'm going to go a little longer. And I'm going to still continue with this pattern. So I'm going to use maybe 18-inch. So it's 12 plus 6. God, I lose everything. I can't see nothing. Where is everything? There we go. I am the messiest wreather known to man. A cow board? Well, I'll talk to upper management about that. He's out in the shed. Now this horse board, I am actually going to be making a reindeer with it. I bought some really cool antlers that actually look like deer antlers. I got them from Scott from Waterman's Loft. So I am going to be making a pretty much real looking deer, I guess. I don't know if I should make it with a red nose or a black nose. If I make it with a, well, I guess I should make both maybe. So I made it with red. You definitely know it's Rudolph. So I'm making these ones 18. I usually don't measure. I just kind of put it on, and but I figure since I'm teaching you guys, just pull it, kind of put it in the middle here where the feathers come off. Like I said, I wouldn't put this on a front door unless you have a double door so that it won't get wet. Oh, I hear the door. Dave is coming in. Babe, hurry, I'm still alive. Why you have sad face?
You do live without me.
I told you, and you were cutting. You can't stop and not work.
Did anybody miss me?
Nobody misses you, honey. I'm sorry. Although Jan asked if you got your Happy Meal.
I seen. I caught you on live.
Oh, are you watching?
I watched.
To see if I say anything about you? That's probably why you're watching, eh?
No. I seen that you were live, and I thought she went live without me again.
Oh, Lord, you should see my kitchen. That's why I moved my crafting down to the dungeon now, because I couldn't stand it anymore.
I'm not going on camera, but hi to everybody. She did it
Well,
without me.
you don't want to show your bare chest to everybody?
No.
So this is what I have left from the boa. So I'm just going to, I don't even know how big it is. I'm just using it. Oh my God, look at the feather, honey. Are you on cleanup crew later?
No.
Doesn't it look like a Big Bird threw up or something? Or what's the cat? Sylvester?
Sylvester and Tweety Bird.
Yeah. Sylvester mowed down on quite a few.
When he ate Tweety Bird, and he started coughing when Granny said.
I know, and Tweety Bird came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking.
Yeah. See, they miss this kind of back and
Nobody
forth.
Nobody misses you.
They miss this kind of back and forth with you.
Who's
and me.
they?
Huh?
Who's they?
The fans.
What fans?
Are
Guys, is there any fans? Oh, what is this? They want all these kinds of... You guys don't even understand.
What's that?
Somebody wants a cow board. The face is... I'm not too sure about the cow board. And then somebody wants a star-shaped board. Or a rectangle shape. We'll see. They're not... I may make it look easy, but there is a lot of work involved to the prototypes of these. And the sizing and the spacing, and we'll do what we can. We do have something really, really cool coming in spring. For sure. You guys will absolutely love it.
Hello.
Michelle's on there. She's probably going to be a oh Lord soon. Oh, hey Dave, we missed you.
See? They all miss me.
You're not cute like me, though.
They all miss me.
No.
No, Michelle will just say, you ain't right.
You ain't right. Hey, wait a second. I missed purple.
See, if I would have been here, I would have told you about it.
Oh, shoot.
I gotta go back to the dungeon.
Go back. No, this is the dungeon.
Oh,
I missed dark purple.
I gotta go back to the outhouse.
Okay, so I had light purple, teal, pink, dark purple. Light purple, teal, pink. I screwed it up here. Good thing it's easy to fix. Just snip off the zip tie. My God, 74 of you are still on here? Are you not like bored to tears or what? What am I going to do after this? Actually, I should probably go to Dollar Tree and get some more black and gold boa. Because I really, really wanted to get all the horses done this weekend that I wanted to bring to convention. Because I have so much to do when the plastic gets here that was one of the main reasons I was kind of upset that they screwed it up, because I had so much to do before the convention, but now I will scramble to get it done.
Did you get these for us?
Yes.
Okay.
Why, do you want one? Oh, I want one.
Chocolate chip, brownie, what?
No, I want a brownie one. They were cheap on Amazon. Okay. Light purple, teal, pink, dark purple. Light purple, teal, pink, dark purple. Light purple's next. Okay. Not that it even matters. Oh, I should have told you to grab my juice number 3. That's okay, I'm eating protein bars.
We sold this at my former employee.
Did you? I love Cliff Bars.
Yeah, we used to sell them.
They're really good. And they were a good price. Oh man, my feather got all stuck in the zip tie here.
Goodbye to my fans for now.
Nobody cares, babe.
They love me.
Oh, bye, Michelle. What you making? I can't wait for a few weeks. I'm hoping to get your Texas accent. You teach me Texan and I'll teach you Canadian, eh? Okay, so now I'm going to pull these into the hole. Without trying to get the feather in the hole either. And we're almost done. I'll make the bridle. Now some might not pop in the hole because we have a shared hole. Oh, I have to put the bangs on. I like the bangs for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if... Yeah, horses have hair on their head. Bangs. I don't know if unicorns... Has anybody seen a unicorn with bangs? See, if Dave was here, he would laugh. He'd be like, honey, unicorns don't have bangs. But he wouldn't say unicorns aren't real. Okay. So, oh boy. And then you just kind of bring them all down. Now you can hot glue each piece into place if you want it to flow. I like it to flow naturally. So if you have a fan on or something, the mane will just blow, blow, blow. Look how pretty. Can you guys see this? Talk about magical, eh? Okay, now I'm going to glue his ear. I'm going to eat my lunch. I know it's rude to talk with your mouth full, I was told. But I'm starving. And I'm due for my protein. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue here. A little bit of glue on the other side. I'm gluing just a dab on the board. And then I'm going to glue at the top here, just so the ear lays flat. Okay. Okay, I got my ear. I'm going to use this ear. God, there's feathers everywhere. That's going to be the inner of his ear. So I'm just going to put some glue in the back here. And I used Gorilla Glue, so this glue ain't coming off anywhere. But if you're just using like any dollar store glue or whatever, it will work because it is fabric. And it's not going to melt off the fabric. I want this ear a little bit rounder. Okay. Oh, sorry. I think I'm inhaling feathers. It's up my nose and everything. Now I'm going to put the 2 holes here. I'm going to put a little bit of a bang. So I'm going to use just little pieces of it. So I will do pink and dark purple. So I have this little piece left already, so I'll just use that. I'll cut the pink the same size. Holy man! Oh my god. Shake it. Oh my gosh. I tell ya, this is not for the faint of heart. I'm gonna have feathers in my bed, feathers up my nose. Okay, I need 2 more zip ties. So I'm going to put a zip tie through this hole, up through the bottom, and just around the board. And I'm going to feed my pink and dark purple. What the heck is this on here? Okay. Oh, something on there. And I'll do it in half. Now I'll probably trim this a bit afterwards. Okay, so there's pink and purple. And then I'll do teal and light purple in this one. Oh my gosh, it's up my nose. At least it's not burlap. Burlap is dangerous. I'm sure a big feather in my lung wouldn't be too great either, but talking to myself here. That's what it feels like. So this morning I was talking to myself because I talk to myself all the time, and Dave just happened to be sitting there at the dining room table. So I actually said sorry to myself. I said something to myself and it was wrong, and I'm looking for a light purple. And then I'm like, oh, sorry. And he's like, who are you saying sorry to? I said, myself. Why can't I find... I'm going to cut a piece off here because I can't find the light purple, and I don't feel like getting up, so I'll just put a touch of light purple in here. And then the feather gets stuck in the zip tie and it doesn't want to zip. Yeah, I think I'll continue making these today so I can clean up the mess. Okay, so I'm definitely going to need a lint brush. Okay, so I'm going to trim his bangs because I don't want them long like that. Or her. I think unicorns are females because they're so pretty. Much prettier than men. So they must be female. There. Okay. His bangs. He's majestical. Yep, definitely going to need a lint brush. That's a lot of mane. Have to train it. So I usually just run it down the side. It's much easier when it's on the door because the mane will stay forward when it's hanging. Okay, I don't have to fix all these points when I'm hanging it. But I think it looks good. What do you guys think? Isn't it cool? Of course, I'll post it when I'm done. Okay, so now we have our horn. So our horn is going to go here, but it's going to be the last thing we put on. So I wish it was more of, maybe I should go, before I put this on, I don't know, maybe more pastel color horn. Although it does match the ear. I don't know, we'll see. Just cut this. rope off. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to make the bridle. So first thing I want to do, so I'm going to push these feathers out of the way. Try and take as much feathers as I can get off here before I put the bridle on. So I think I'm going to use silver because it's a unicorn. So I'm thinking, I really love this ribbon. And I think it would make such a great bridle if I just fold it in half. Isn't that pretty? Should I use that? Or should I use braided? Braided. I'm going to try both. So when I make a bridle for the horses, and I'm just using normal deco tubing, it's just silver. So I'm going to wrap, I want a piece of bridle going across here, but I want it thick so you can see it. So I'm just measuring, because I'm going to braid this. So I'm going to cut this off, and then I'm going to cut one end of the, so there's 3 pieces here, and this, I'm just going to put a zip tie at the end, because it's going to go on the back of the board anyways. So you want to zip tie it nice and tight, and then we're going to just snip this off. Okay, so you got 3 pieces. I'm just going to tape this to my table so I can braid it. Now, I'm doing it nice and neat here for you guys, but usually I have the end in my mouth and braiding it. So you don't want to do it too tight because you want to see the sparkle of the deco tubing. Okay. Go to the end, and then I'm going to put another piece of zip tie. I do have small zip ties around here somewhere. That's okay, I'll just use this one. Okay. And snip this off. So we have a braided piece of deco tubing. I'm just going to kind of pancake it out to make sure it's kind of flat. Okay, I'm going to bring my horse. Now I want to make sure there's no fuzzies under where I put this because I'm going to glue it on. When I'm totally done, I'll shake the crap out of it outside, make sure any feathers. Look how pretty that is. Okay. Let's see, it's majestic. So I'm going to put it against the board here. So I'm going to put some glue here and some glue here. Again, I use Gorilla Glue, but you could use E6000 if you're not comfortable with hot glue. So I'm going to put that, and then I just use a clothespin to clamp it, to hold it on, because I ain't sticking my finger there. And then on the other side, you don't want to pull it too tight, because we don't want it stretched. We want to actually see it. There we go. So now I got one around the nose, and then now we need one that goes from behind the ear to under the chin. So again, I'll do pre-measuring, and then I'll do 3 pieces again. So behind the ear and under the chin, or in the crook of the neck, sorry. It's about that much. The zip tie up here. Yeah, I like the silver ribbon. I think the next unicorn I make tonight, I'm going to use this silver ribbon. It's so pretty. I have gold too. I got it at, I buy everything at Paper Mart, it seems. I got this at Paper Mart, and it's called Crystal Grain Ribbon Silver Metallic, and it's the sparkliest ribbon I've ever seen. And I love sparkle. I love me some glitter and sparkle. Yep, dulled these scissors. Okay, put this under my tape again. So I hope you guys learn stuff from me, even though I'm a wing nut and I'm all over the place. But at least I'm hoping you guys are learning, you know, little tricks that you can maybe not even use on the unicorn or whatever, but use somewhere down the line, and you'll think to yourself, oh, Lori taught me that. Good, Doris. I'm glad you're learning. You know, I'm not saying Unique and Creek is the best way or the right way or anything, but it's definitely an easier way. So, okay, there's my next one. And that is going around this way, and then I'll have to make another one going from here to here. Get these feathers out of the way. So I'm going to put some glue right behind his ear, like I did. I know I can take these off, and they're on there very nice, and I'll clean up the edges of these. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue right here without trying to burn myself. Okay, and then I'm going to clamp it with my clothespin, and then I'm going to do the same down here. Hope you guys can see. There. And I'm going to go, I want to make sure my felt doesn't get caught in there. There we go. And then I'm going to put some glue right there. And put my thing over, and another clothespin. Clothespins are amazing. And if you're going to get clothespins, get good ones. These ones, I believe I did get at the dollar store. They're thick. They don't have many in the package, but they're really good. And of course, everybody likes my steel ones. I don't even know where they are. Those I got at Home Depot. They were expensive, but they were worth it. Okay, so we got that on. Alrighty, and now we need to make one from here. I'll just put his fur underneath his... There we go. And now we need to do one from here. Woo! From here to here. So I kind of give it a little space because it's going to be braided. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Now I shouldn't be doing this with my teeth because I have terrible teeth. Okay, again, I'm just going to braid this. So, those of you who've used the frame, wire frame for a horse, how long approximately does it take you to make like something like this? Actually, I should buy one and try it. But then, I don't know, I just think they look like a seahorse. I don't know why. I think it's the square snout. I think that's why when I was designing mine, I wanted to make sure that the snout was more round. Carla, what is your business name? We were going through orders from the past, few months this morning, and we noticed you order a lot. Do you teach? Because we were trying to find what your business name was on, and see like what your creations are, and we couldn't find anything. So I'm like, she must be teaching. Okay, so this is going to go under here. Oh, I made this a little bit too long. Tailored made by Carla. Oh, okay. Because I was going to contact you to be a featured creaker. And that's why I was kind of looking for your info. And I couldn't see anything for your business page. That's good to know. So I'm going to put another zip tie down around here because I made this a little bit too long. So I want it to go underneath this one, which is about there. Oh, you sell them. Well, you must be doing very well. And thank you for using our frames. Bet you guys didn't think it was this easy, did you? Okay, so we have our silver bridle done with deco tubing. And now I'm going to make a big long, what is it, the thing you hold on. I'm not a horse person, help me out here. the thing you hold, the rope you hold on to. Now, I have them coming from under here to, and then I glue it to down in here. I'm not sure if that's right, but it's the way I like to make them, so I'm going to braid it again, just like everything else. Almost done. Gotta put the horn on. And then I don't know, I'm gonna decorate it with some kind of flowers because it's got to be majestical. And I think I'm going to use that fabric glitter spray I have. I think I'll test it first. So if you're going to use fabric glitter spray, make sure, and I just know this from teaching, make sure you spray it first to make sure it's not in clumps. That it's not clumped into your, oh yeah, my Cliff Bar. It's not clumped into your can, because it'll come out in clumps. So spray it first before you get all the clumpies out. Oh, I forgot to cut the bottom. So I'm probably going to make another 3 of these. So I think I'll bring 4 to convention. Maybe I'll make a couple with feathers and then a burlap unicorn. Well, a burlap mane. Although I really like the feathers. It just makes it so whimsical. Now you can do this with rope. Any kind of like the black one I used loose braided cord, so it actually looks like chain. You can use that, but I braid everything just so it makes it a little thicker. You can actually see it. All right, zip tie this end. My God, there's 60 of you still watching me. I hope you're doing something while you're watching me. It's kind of boring. All right. So it's going to go from here. Oh, look how pretty this is. And then I just lift and I put a dab of glue. Actually, I'm going to do it right here. I'm just going to put a dab of glue right there on the board in between the fur and just hold it in place. And then I'll put the fur over top of it so you can't see the end. Okay. There we go. Plus the feathers are the mane's gonna cover it as well. And then I put a little bit of glue right on the zip tie. Kind of carefully put it underneath here. Clothespin here. There is feathers all over this girl. Kitty girl. Kitty girl. All right. There is her so far. I will be putting something here. I'm not sure yet what. And now the horn. Now I'm using this horn that I got just on like a headset from Dollar Tree. Now the other unicorn video I did show you how you can make your own unicorn horn. But for $1, I'm getting a ear in a unicorn horn. I'll use it. So this I just glue on. So I'm going to fold this back, and then the horn goes about here. Right about there. So what I'm going to do is I cut this off the headband, but you won't see that, but I am going to put glue here, and it's kind of going to, I'm going to push it so it sits on the edge of this board right in the middle, and it'll like fold over. It'll fold over on the board and clamp to itself like this. I hope you guys can see that. So when I push it onto the board, it's just going to kind of fold over. So the first thing I'm going to do is put, and make sure your seam is going to be at the back. I'm going to put glue right down the middle and my seam. So I'm going to push it just onto the board. I'm pushing it. I hope you guys can see that. So I've just pushed the glue. So half the horn is in the front and half the horn is in the back. Oh, I got a cramp in my leg. Oh my God, oh my God. How far are you from Windsor? Are you asking me, Sandra? I used to go to school in Windsor. I went to St. Clair College. And we are 2 hours? No, 2.5 hours maybe from Windsor. Okay, now I'm going, the horn is on. I'm going to run a bead of glue just along the board at the top here, right by the horn. I know it's really hard to see, but, and then I'm just going to take one of my clothespins and just push down on it. And that's just gluing the horn to the front. So now it's glued in the middle up to the board, and now it's glued to the front of the board, and then I'm going to flip it over and glue it to the back of the board. Okay. And so you can see how it's kind of sticking out there. So you'll be able to see now I'm just going to put a bead of glue. And then I'm going to push that down. So it's like going over top. Where is my camera? It's going over top of the board here. So, and I use Gorilla Glue sticks. They're a little bit more pricey, but I know, especially that I'm going to be selling these ones, I know that it's going to be on there really well. I'm not sure if E6000 will actually eat through the fabric. I have no idea, so I don't think this will be going outside of a bedroom or a door, bedroom door, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm just going to put a clothespin on there to clamp it to make sure it's glued. So I'll put one on that side. It just needs the one side. Okay. Put his bangs down. Now, what should I add? I should add something pretty and whimsical there. I could do a nice bow, or a flower, or a rose. I am in Hamilton, Kay. I live in Stony Creek, which is just another little suburb of Hamilton. A pretty suburb, not like downtown Hamilton. What should I put here? I know, right? I'm telling you, go to the dollar store and I'm sure like Party City and stuff, they have probably prettier unicorn horns, but now's the time to get it so you don't have to make yours and you get them really cheap. So just buy a headband. This was $1. Now, like I said, you go through the headbands if you want to make a unicorn, because this one has more purples and pinks and this one has more yellow and green. So I guess it depends what color you're going to put on your unicorn. Okay. Horn is in place. Bangs are in place. Feathers are everywhere. I'm trimming its bangs again. Okay. And I think I'll go get, I have a couple pre-made flowers. I'm just going to grab one. I'm not too sure what I'm going to put there, right here. I usually put something right here. Oh my God, I'm so stiff. Oh my goodness. That might be too, I don't know. I have these felt flower clip things I got from Michael's. I'll probably put something sparklier there, more whimsical. Okay, I'm going to hang her up behind me. Guys, did you guys see my Frankenstein live the other night? Frankie's still up there. Hold on. I love him. Oh, I think I got him on motion. Hold on. Look at that. Cool, eh? So when the door slams or somebody knocks on the door, he goes. Look at me. Ugh. So I made Frankie the other day, and that's the back. I used the flower wreath form for Frankie. Okay, let's hang this beauty up. There's my hanger. Excuse my bum. Okay. Oh, this is where all the fixing happens. Might have to trim that. Not too sure if I'm so happy with that. Maybe I'll put it there we go. Now definitely need the lint brush because the feathers have stuck to this horse like nobody's business. But it'll come off with a lint roller. Make sure all your feathers are in front. And there we go, folks. We have a unicorn worthy of any little girl's room, or if you're obsessed with unicorns. And then you just want to make sure all your petals are, or your fur or whatever it's called, hair, they're facing the right way. So you just pull the corners down. And voila, you're done. All right, what do you think of that? I'm not sure about no, I gotta take this off. This is driving me crazy. I think it's cute. I'll have to fix it and do my touches. I wish I would have got a unicorn horn that was more pastels. Although it might have blended in too much. I don't know. What do you guys think about it? Yeah? You like that one? I'll probably end up fixing it a little bit more. But you guys got the gist. That's how you make it. It's not hard. Just a little time consuming. But like I said, throw on some Netflix. And, yeah. I'll show you the other unicorn I did. It's hanging up over here. It's done the same way. So I will decorate it a little better. But there's the other one. So you can see I added little flowers to the bridle, which I'll probably do. It's a different horn. I actually made this horn with gold olifun. But it's the same concept. The feather boas. This is thinner felt. The felt's much thinner. So I had to use every hole. So with the thicker felt, you don't have to use every hole. Anyways, there we go. Two beautiful unicorns. Yeah, that one's pretty. I'm going to finish the other one too. I'll put some flowers and everything on it and make it majestical. And that's it. So, thank you for joining me. And I hope you, yeah, big jewel or something. I'll find something. I have enough crap around here. Yeah, it does give a little bit more color to it. I think if it was in pastels, it would blend in too much. So, anyways, well, thanks for joining me on this afternoon. I'm going to continue on and make a couple more unicorns. And then I'll have to go to Dollar Tree to get more, ooh, look at me, more feather boas for my horse. So, if you haven't seen the horse, I did a black horse with black and gold boa. He's not looking too fine right now because he was spun over. But I did it exactly the same way as I just showed the unicorn. And it's just black. And it's gold cord. Okay. So, I'm going to continue on. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. And thanks for joining me. So, don't forget, we are doing an angel Tuesday. So, I'm going to be doing the angel with the deco mesh on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, I'm probably going to do the angel with the feathers. So, if you got a tree and you want to make an angel with feathers, go to Dollar Tree and get 6 white boas. And you wouldn't believe how easy the angel is with doing it with feathers. It's a mess, but it's pretty. Okay. Bye, everybody. Have a great afternoon. Talk to you later. Bye.